technology that is built for your every sense. Acer Pure from Acer.
Viewers, we have a latest reaction coming in from United States of America's President Donald Trump. In fact, who it seems has got rattled by the bonhomie that we saw during the SCO summit in Tianjin in China, the bonhomie between three big leaders of the world. I'm talking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Xi and President Putin. And he has in fact put out a picture as well of those three. Along with this picture, he's put out a post, and I'm quoting him right now. Okay, it's like we've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. May they have a long and prosperous future together. Now, this is what he has said. His post, remember, comes days after Prime Minister Modi, Chinese President Xi and Russian President Putin met for the SCO summit in Tianjin. We have my colleague Pranesh joining us on the broadcast as well from the newsroom. Pranesh, now this is a loaded post and a reaction that we were all in a way prepared for, isn't it?
I'll tell you what this is, Hina. This is abject surrender by Donald Trump. This post by Donald Trump underlines the fact that the President of the United States has had both his hands up, and this is surrender of the worst kind, because this comes after days of bluster, because we knew what was coming. Remember the time that, this meeting was actually taking place. Swati was there and she's now live with us. Swati was in Tianjin in China then. The moment these pictures pictures went out on social media, one could sense that now we will have a reaction from Trump. But it has taken him a few days. It's also owing to his, bad health. One doesn't know what's up with Trump because, that's the kind of person that he is. But let me just point out a couple of things for our viewers. This post is, Trump officially declaring that the Tianjin summit and Prime Minister Modi's attendance there, his meeting with Xi Jinping and President Putin, was a resounding success. It was no ordinary meeting. Trump, you've never seen him, talk in a language like this. He always, puts out things where he says that, look, we are coming for you, we will impose sanctions, etc., etc. Here is Trump sounding as helpless as he possibly is. And the reason is, look at the three entities he's talking about. You have China, you have Russia, and you have the Republic of India. And Prime Minister Modi, by maintaining a dignified silence, has actually riled Trump more than he could have by responding to it. Trump, the bully that he has been over the last few months, was anticipating a response from Modi. But by not responding to his bullying tricks, tactics, whatever you want to call it, Modi has elicited this response, and Trump is, on the floor with his face down. That is the reality of the President of the United States, and it is evident through this post.
Right. Pranesh, request you to stay on with us. Swati, I'll come to you in just a bit. We are joined on the phone line by Mr. Madhav Nalapat. Sir, thank you for speaking with us here on Times. Now, what do you make of this latest post? I mean, it's come a bit late, but finally Trump has reacted to the pictures that emerged from the SCO summit in Tianjin in China. It was all about optics. It was high on optics. And finally, a reaction has come from Donald Trump. Your reaction to what he has said?
Well, this is typical of Donald Trump. He has tried to evade the responsibility of causing these three leaders to come together. I mean, Prime Minister Modi has made this visit for the first time in 7 years, and the way Trump has been talking about India, the way some of the administration people, including Peter Navarro, have been talking about India. I mean, makes one believe that India is the enemy, not the friend and partner that the U.S. and India are and will continue to be, despite the tweet storms by Donald Trump. The reality of the situation is that one problem that's being faced by India, I would say, and by the whole world, is that the U.S. public opinion is very ignorant of the facts. They are not being presented before their own media whether online or print or television. For example, I talked to several of my friends in the U.S.,
Right.
all of whom are favorably inclined towards Trump. They were not aware that the Prime Minister had basically gone to Tianjin via Japan. That's a big statement. They were not aware that he skipped this summit meet, this anniversary parade,
Right.
in which Chairman Kim, Chairman Xi, and President Putin were there. And they assume Modi was there as well. So the fact is that they are very, very ill-informed, and this, frankly, is helping Donald Trump because he can run away from the responsibility of being the prime mover behind this kind of a coming together of three of the four major world powers, the other, of course, being the United States.
That's an interesting point you're making. Perhaps many are ill-informed because of how the Western media has been looking at the biggest summit that we saw that happened in Tianjin. Mr. Nalapat, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. Swati, my colleague, is live with us as well. Swati, as Pranesh was mentioning, was in China, in Tianjin, covering the SCO summit, from where this picture came out, which Trump has now posted. Swati, tell us a little bit about, the reactions you got from people there, and what has, what was the view really of coming together of these three leaders versus Trump on the other side?
Well, three things come to fore through this particular post of Donald Trump, that he is impulsive, he is rattled, hypocritical as well. One cannot do anything about him being impulsive, but he is rattled because he thought that India will bow down to the pressure that he is resorting to. There were several warnings that came in from people, part of his administration, saying that, these tactics, these Trump tariff tirades against India only going to bounce back and harm India-America relationship. India, of course, being a mature democracy, hasn't responded to such statements. Hypocritical because here in the post he says, it looks like we've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. And if that is the case, if he considers China deepest, darkest and views it in that light, then why do you continue to do trade with China? Why are you holding on to the secondary sanctions? Now, as far as your question about Russia, India, China coming together is concerned, India has decided, Hina, that we are going to look forward to multilateral engagements now. And the fact that the Prime Minister agreed to attending the SCO summit and went to China after 7 long years shows that India was looking for a thaw. India was looking for normalizing of relationship between both the countries. But of course, we have our own history, so we are treading very cautiously. But one thing is for sure, Donald Trump is rattled after looking at those visuals of the Troika coming together.
Absolutely, and that's why perhaps we are seeing this meltdown now on Truth Social. Stay on with us, Swati. We have Mr. Arisan Singh joining us on the broadcast as well. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now, Mr. Arisan Singh. So Donald Trump finally, after a few days, has shared a picture of Prime Minister Modi, President Putin and President Xi together from the SCO summit, and he said, we've lost India and Russia to darkest, deepest China. Your comments?
No, your anchor rightly pointed out that what is the volume of trade between China and USA? Almost, more than $500 billion. What is our trade with, USA? About $130 billion. And will Trump stop, taking trading in rare earth from or importing rare earth and or rare earth magnets from China? So I mean, it is the Americans who brought China into the global regime, isn't it? Way back in 70s. So now, I mean, you should accept the fact that China is our neighbor and Russia is our near abroad. So it makes perfect geographical sense to, get our act together on issues where we find convergence. He expects that India should, India, China and Russia should be, should have divergent views and approach on every issue and should have convergence with the United States of America on every issue. That's not going to happen.
Right. Mr. Arisan Singh, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. We have retired Major General G.D. Bakshi also joining us on the broadcast. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your comments on this meltdown, as many are calling it, of Donald Trump?
Donald Trump has realized that he has made a colossal error of judgment. The simple fact is that he is responsible for this. If this troika of India, China, Russia has emerged finally, it is because the United States kicked India into it. They tried to kick India in the teeth because they tried to punish India for being friendly with the United States, because we felt we had a strategic partnership. Therefore, he gave the go-by to all geostrategic considerations.
Right.
And he decided to not only punish India, but to tilt towards Pakistan.
Right.
We fought a war with Pakistan just in the month of May.
Well, absolutely. You're right when you say that, sir. But I'm completely out of time. Thank you very much for the moment, for speaking with us and sharing with us your perspective.
You said the evil is still